Hey, what's up guys, Houston here. And for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, as always, salute. As well as my faithful Patreons, double salute. Now, today I wanted to take the opportunity to talk about the Oportun personal loan. See, I play with words. Now, what I'm talking about is Oportun personal loans, and basically they have storefronts and they're online, okay? And so they're saying that they're the new type of lender, right? And the reason they're saying they're the new type of lender, because they're not going to do a no credit check, or if you don't have any credit, they still will work with you, right? Now, here's some things that I think you should know. Whenever you're trying to, even if you have bad credit, their thing is, hey, we still can help, because they don't focus more on your personal credit. They focus on other things, in which we'll get to. Also, I'm going to share a strategy that may be able to help put a little more money or help you leverage that personal loan. Okay, now here's the first thing. Like I said, Oportun loans, they say they're doing no credit check, or you can start with new credit. Okay, now let's talk about that for a minute in terms of when they state that, hey, we're not doing a no credit check, what it is that they're saying. Here's what they're saying, okay? We're not going to take into consideration of your FICO score, but we may look at your clarity financial file, which is owned by Experian. We may look at your Data X file, which is owned by Equifax, or we may look at your Factor Trust, okay? Your Factor Trust, which is owned by TransUnion, okay? So they may look at those. Also, you have another credit bureau they may look at, which is Core Logic, okay? And so whenever they said no credit check or whatever, even if you have challenging credit, like I said, that may not disqualify you from getting the loan, but at the same time, they may look at these here third-party lenders to make sure that when was the last time you defaulted on a personal loan or a payday loan or something like that. So that's what they mean, all right? Now, they do offer secured loans, okay? So what I mean in terms of them offering secured loans, here's the thing about it. Secured loans for them is basically a title loan, okay? So that basically saying that if you have a car, we can give you a title loan, okay? A car, truck, or a vehicle loan, then you can get a title loan, which, again, this is part of the strategy I'm going to tell you guys about. So just bear with me a few minutes. Now, in terms of who they report to, all right? So they're saying that they report to Experian and TransUnion, okay? So if you may have, like I said, they're really not focused on the credit or whatever, but if you have a strong Experian file or a strong TransUnion file, you may want to lock up your Equifax file, and so applying for a loan through them. Now, I have to tell you guys, like, they're only in 13 states at the moment, all right? So they're only in 13 states. Another thing that you have to know about Oportun loans, okay, and which I think is very good. Say that you lose your job, all right? Say that you get sick, you catch COVID, you're not able to pay your bills and stuff. Well, what they do, they offer a hardship payment. Okay, they offer a hardship payment. So that means that they'll readjust your loan. So if you're not able to pay the loan and stuff like that, they'll readjust it and stuff. So whatever payments you may miss this month, they'll put it on the back end of the loan. Now, the maximum interest rate that they're charging on their loans, the max, again, is 36%. Now, some of you all may be familiar with Oportun, and what happened was some people were defaulting during COVID and stuff, and they was filing litigation against these people. Well, what happened, the CFPB stepped in, so what they did, they dropped all of those cases. Okay, so that way the people that had an Oportun loan and stuff like that, they dropped those cases and they put them back on a repayment program. All right, just to build up some type of credibility in the community. All right, now here's a strategy that I would definitely share with you all, and then we'll talk more about this Oportun loan as well as a few other loans. All right, so let me tell you. All right, the amounts that they give. Okay, so Oportun, again, they go anywhere from 300 up to 10,000. Right. However, what it is with their situation is that if you're a newbie, they're offering you only up to 6,000. Then if you're a return customer, it's 6,000 and up. All right. So that's how they're doing this or whatever. So if you're new to Oportun, 300 to 6,000, and then if you're a returning customer, 6,000 to 10,000. All right. Now they do have a Visa credit card, in which I'm going to talk about in another video. But nonetheless, at the same time, if you're an individual, and just say that you managed to get $5,000 from Oportun, okay? You could take that $5,000, all right? This is a strategy. You can take that $5,000. If I were you, I would probably take that $5,000, I would go to a auto auction, okay? And see if I can get a vehicle. And say that you was able to get a vehicle. Then I would take that vehicle from the auto auction and I would put it on Turo, okay? Or I would use it for Uber or Lyft, okay? Then once I have that, I would go and take that car and I would get another title loan. Okay, this is what I would do. I would get another title loan, and then with that title loan, I would probably go get another car. And so now what you have, this $5,000 here, you invested in the auto auction, you got a car, you put it on Turo or Lyft or stuff. So now those payments is making the payments back to this loan. Right? So that's what you want in terms of just taking the money. I understand most people, that small amount of money, they may say, hey, I'm going to pay some bills or whatever, but I would leverage it so that I'll be able to go get more money. That's what I would do. And then with my Turo business, I would set it up, or my Uber or Lyft, I would set it up like an actual business, so that way I would pay less taxes. If you need to learn how to actually set up your business correctly, you can click the link below and set up a consultation with 3-way funding. Okay, so we can walk you through it, or we can set it up for you. But at the same time, this is the strategy I would use. Now, for those of you that are not in one of those states that Oportun personal loans are in, okay, here's something that I always tell people. You can probably go to your local credit union. If you're a member of a credit union, okay, they have, it's called a PAL. It's called a PAL. It's a payday advance loan, all right? And where they used to be 1,000, now they're up to 2,000. Again, if you need short-term money, okay? And so with you going to a credit union, a lot of times they won't check your credit, look at your credit because you're a member. So they won't hold your credit against you, all right? Now, there's also U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank, they loan up to 1,000. Without a credit check, but you have to be in good standing for 1 year, okay? And Bank of America also, they offer like payday loans, small dollar personal loans, up to 500. But again, you have to be in good standing for a year. So if you don't qualify for Oportun personal loans, then again, this may be an opportunity for you. Now, let's talk about some of the qualifications to get this Oportun personal loan. So one of the qualifications is they want basically valid ID. All right. Now, I want you to pay attention because that's something interesting I'm going to share with you in a minute. They want a valid ID. Now, another thing is that they want proof of income. Okay, so they want your proof of income and proof of address. So your proof of income and your proof of address. All right, and then they want references, and then of course you have to be at least 18 years old. All right, but there's another company that offers personal loans, payday loans, installment loans, and it's called Indie Loans. I'll put a link below for them. All right. So, and they work with people with bad credit and stuff. And again, they don't put a hard inquiry on your credit. They do a soft pull. Okay. The good thing about Oportun, like I said, even though they're not in every state in the U.S., one of the cool parts about it is that even if you never had credit, all right, they're able to work with you to help you get qualified for a loan. So if you're 18, 19 years old and you're trying to build up your credit and stuff like that, a few things that I would tell you to help build up your credit is this. Let's focus on this, all right? If you're with a credit union, I would get a secured card and a secured loan, all right? Then I would sign up for the extra debit credit card. It's on your excuse me, the extra debit card. And what it is it's a credit card that reports all your debit transactions to the credit bureaus. Okay, so that's what it is. Then you have a credit AI. Now, most of these subprime lenders, if you're new to credit and stuff like that, what they will do, usually they want you to have at least 2 accounts. But more of them are, if you have enough income and stuff like that, they're looking over the credit, looking at the disposable income to make sure you're able to make the repayments and stuff. But what I would do, again, if I'm able to qualify for the Oportun loan, I would take the Oportun loan. Then I would, if I'm a member of a bank or a credit union, I would take the money from that. And especially if I have a thin credit file, I would take the money from that to either do this strategy with the auto auction, or if it's a lower amount, I would do a secured credit card and a secured loan. Okay, put the money on the secured credit card and then transfer the money from the secured card to the secured loan. That's what I would do. And that way you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different trade lines. And what that's going to do, keeping up with your payments and everything, so that would keep you in the 700 club. Okay, so that's where you want to be in anyway, in the 700. So that way you're getting regular higher limit credit cards with MasterCard, Visa, American Express. Okay, so this is Houston with 3-Way Funding. For those of you that may have questions about your credit report, you want to set up a consultation, you can click the link below. For those of you just finding the YouTube channel, welcome. And for those of you that's always following and support, salute.